Hello everyone, this is Kim from K&RP. I want to show you how I start to build up my stock of bases so that I can just grab something and go and work on it, and it's just quicker and you can embellish the way you like. So today I would like to show you how I do my altered paper clips. I use a 2-inch circular punch from Fiskars, and if you don't have a 2-inch circular punch, you can always use a jar lid. This is a baby food jar. It's a little bit bigger than the 2 inches, but it still works under the same kind of principle. So what I would like to show you that I use is I either use a lightweight cardboard from tissue boxes, from foods. Either or works great as your base because it'll give you a nice sturdy support system to embellish any which way that you would like. So I have cut out some circles from the blue Tetley box, and I have cut out some circles from a glossy National Geographic magazine using the punch. If I wasn't to use the punch, I would trace out using the jar lid and then cutting with scissors. I like to cut 3 or 4 at the same time. That way you have more than one, obviously. But I also, when I'm looking at pictures, I look for interesting texture elements. I find that if I'm using these, then I don't have to do as much background decoration when I'm finally building up my inventory. Right now I'm just working on the bases, as I said. So I have traced out the jar lid, and I probably should have done it on a brighter picture. So that I could see it easier. Yes, because that is nowhere near, nowhere near round. Okay, I'll just trim it off. Okay, so then I would do the same thing out of the cardboard. If you're using a jar lid and not the punch, please remember to cut out the tops and the bottoms using the same size circle. So I have one here that is not very interesting. I would definitely have to redecorate the entire piece with some paint or some decoupage, that kind of thing. These ones have some incredible texture on them so that I don't really have to do anything to the background. I could just build on them if I desired. This one has a cut in it. Okay, so then you would take your cardboard background. Let's use one that has plain back, lots of text on it. You take your paper clip, and you would have the long side of the paper clip sticking to the outside. Now, if you like to do tassels or hanging off your paper clips, different embellishments, leave a little bit of the paper clip out so that you can add the ribbon, tassels, whatever you would like. If you aren't interested in doing that kind of thing, you can push the paper clip all the way down. You would take your glue, and give some generous glue in the middle, over and around the paper clip, and definitely around the edges. You would take the top piece that you have decided you would like to use. I'm just using a piece of glossy National Geographic magazine. Nothing really exciting about it. I will have to totally decorate it, put it on top, and press together. Where I am, we can't recycle glossy magazines or wrapping paper. They don't accept them in our recycling. So finding a way to use them when you're doing your arts and crafts is a real bonus, because otherwise they just all end up in the landfill. So you press it nicely together. You have a base that you can embellish with flowers, paint, however you like to embellish your works. And then you just put it in the bin and you have one of your paperclip bases. So I would do the rest with all of these. For my round ones, for square ones, I would just take a piece of paper, scrap of paper, fold it in half, make sure that there's enough meat on the paper so that it is hidden. On this one, obviously the paper clip being 2 inches is a little bit long for this piece of paper, so then I would have some sticking out where I could add a charm or something like a tassel. So again, you stick your paper clip in. You don't want this one totally buried because it would stick out the bottom edge. I guess if it stuck out the bottom edge, you could have things hanging down from the bottom. That could be kind of cute. I'll do it that way. Again, use the glue and you bury the paper clip in with the glue. These are really nice to have so that you can just grab and embellish whenever you're working on a project. And when you've got little plain pieces of paper like this, it's a wonderful thing to use as the base for your paper clips. Obviously, it's not as sturdy as if you use the cardboard, but it will still give you a nice base to work from. And I would round the corners with a pair of scissors, as I don't have a rounding punch. And I'm not overly fussy that they match, because as I embellish, quite often things are hanging over the edges and you're not going to see them anyway. Make sure you press down the paper so that it's well glued together. And then you put it in your bin. So then you have your paper clips you can just grab and go and embellish as you like. This is one that I had cut out of a piece of picture that I had really liked the background from. I don't really have to do painting or decoupage a napkin over. I can just build straight on this paper clip and take it from there. And that's how I do my altered paper clips, and have a stash ready to go for whenever I need them, saving time and effort. It's great as a mindless project if you just need something to do with your hands while you're watching TV. And as I say, you can just grab and alter, and it sure saves a few steps when you're building your journals. And that's all for today. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.